The way you think, the way you act, the way you speak is as a result of your level of exposure to things and what you're exposed to. And that relates also to spiritual growth. If you are not exposed to a community, or if you are not exposed to a group of people, of what spiritual growth is really like, you might actually get it twisted with spiritual growth or with some things of the Lord. Now, for example, if maybe growing up you were thinking that before you have a good relationship with God, you have to be like 30, you have to be like 40, and you're not exposed to a group of young people who have thriving relationship with God, trust me, you're going to run with life with that skewed mentality of having a relationship with God. And this is what exposure does to your mind. The moment you're exposed to a particular possibilities, then it becomes real for you. So let's say, for example, God has called you to a particular sphere of influence, or God has called you to a particular space. In your mind, it's impossible until you see somebody probably in that same sphere doing something similar to what God has called you to do. They begin to actually see it as possible instead of impossible. Why? Because you've been exposed to somebody doing something like that about what God has called you to be. You can actually pray to God for exposure, maybe in friendship, maybe in academics, maybe in whatever part of your life that you need exposure. I need the exposure. We all need the exposure. Because trust me, if we're not exposed to these things, there are a lot of things that God is going to ask us to do, and we're not going to do it. Why? Because we think it is not possible. Because we've not seen somebody doing something similar, or somebody walking along that line and they're thriving in it, especially spiritual growth. If you really desire spiritual growth, ask God to expose you to those people that are thriving in their spiritual growth.